tell you about all the most important things you need to know for week 1. Here we go. Okay, first of all, let's do a really quick recap. You did your assessment. Within your assessment, you probably realized that some of your body parts aren't activating in the ways that we want them to, right? This could be causing you some undue pain or really keeping you from your true potential and how successful you could actually be. And then I went through the belly training, and this gives you the keys to helping you fix those areas and begin to activate the proper muscles so you can go through this training with less pain and less potential for injury. The last part of the foundational training was your Become Bulletproof training. Now this is so important because undoubtedly you're going to run into some obstacles and challenges as you move through this next 28 days. It is having this solid foundation internally, knowing why you want this and having your deepest reason, which is truly going to get you through. Now the things that you've learned in this foundational training are things that you can use and practice on a daily basis. This will develop your inner core stability, tone your core, help you to de-stress, and also help you to remain focused. As moms, we have very chaotic lives and we need to actively pursue relaxation so we're not constantly buzzing on this high frequency. So breathe and remember why this is so important to you, mama. Okay, for your workouts. Today we have an assessment. This is a benchmark fitness assessment so we can see how much you improve over the next 28 days. Feel free to share this number in the group under the post of the day in the comments.
And just a little side note while we're talking about the assessment, if you're ever unsure of exactly how to do your workout, there's always going to be a little button on the side and it gives you the exact instructions on how to do your workout. So go ahead and check this little note tab anytime you're unsure of how exactly you're supposed to proceed through your workout.
Here's a great tip. Every day your workouts are going to be in your app. But if you need a plan B, check your email and you'll find one in your inbox. Over the next 28 days, these workouts are incredibly quick. All I ask is that you pop on your tights and go. So if you're ever having a really hard time getting through your workout, I really want to make sure that you check in with your deepest reason. And I mentioned as we're going through the training that my deepest reason is picturing a battle in World War II where these young men were getting off a boat into sort of imminent death. There was gunfire coming and just watching, their friends and comrades being laid out before them as they were trying to come onto this beach. And my thought is, I can certainly lift a weight over my head, I can do another rep if there are people and humans in this world who have to face adversity as scary and terrifying as that every day. I can at least get through a workout, right? Think about what has been sacrificed in order for you to get here to have this opportunity, and don't let the opportunity slip you by. Okay, let's talk about rest days. These are the days that I want you to prepare for your upcoming days. This week, I'm going to give you a superfoods list, and on your rest day, I encourage you to go out and buy some of these foods and then cook them up in large batches so that you can have them conveniently ready for you and at your disposal. Always think of your rest days as a time to prepare, cook, breathe, and stretch, both literally and figuratively. Okay, in terms of nutrition, if you're ever wondering how much to eat, please just use your hand, okay? Your hand is unique to you, it is proportionate to you, and it'll tell you exactly how much of each macronutrient to eat, okay? So we're gonna use the palm as your protein. So your protein, think meat, fish, dairy, so cottage cheese and stuff like that, if that agrees with you. The fist is going to be for your vegetables. You can have 1 or 2 even is great. Fist of vegetables with every single meal. This is going to take some getting used to. I suggest getting a lot of frozen vegetables because they're basically already ready. You just have to heat them up. Your cupped handful. This is how many carbs we're going to have. Now remember that fruit are carbs as well. And remember that carbs are essentially sugar. That's how they get broken down. So if you're somebody who is trying to lose a lot of body fat, keep this cupped handful only till after your workouts, when your body needs that sugar to replenish instead of to just store it as fat. Lastly, we're looking at a thumb for fats, okay? So healthy fats, of course. So think nut butters, avocado, coconut oil, olive oil. Remember that there's fat in your meats and fat in your dairy. So choose wisely and go for a thumb of fats with every meal. Now, if you are a number cruncher, I did give you a resource to calculate how many calories you should be taking in a day. That also gives you the exact amount of protein, carbohydrates, and fats that equals for your body type. Now, I don't recommend that everybody do this and go through and be calculating and number crunching, but if that is your personality and that's how you know you will be the most successful, please do feel free to use this tool. You can also then track it on MyFitnessPal to see how accurate you actually are. So for now, we've covered some huge milestones for you. Let's go over them. Number 1, stay hydrated. Please, 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 if there's nothing else that you do over this next 28 days, I want to make sure that you drink 3 liters of water every single day, okay? So get a liter water bottle, put 3 elastics around it, and every time you empty it, take off one of the elastics. 2, your portions go by your hand. It's right there, it's unique to you. It is the best way to decide how much food you are going to eat. 3, if you've read your Quick Start Guide, you know that we are eating slowly this week and to 80% full. Now, why are we doing this? Let me ask you, do you even really know when you're full? Things like eating on the run or eating when you're stressed out or eating a lot of processed foods can really mess with your body's natural hunger and satiety cues. Meaning it's really hard to tell when you're actually full. And it's even harder for your body to allow you to drop fat when you're stressed out. In fact, you just won't drop fat when you're stressed out. That's actually a part of our survival mechanism. So even if there's little voices whining at you and goldfish crackers being thrown at your head, I want you to slow down, breathe, enjoy your food. This not only sets a precedent to your children so that they can learn that mommy does need her own time, but it also sets an amazing example for them. And above all else, mamas, always, always, always be grateful. If it helps, grab a little notepad, write what you're grateful for, both in the morning and at night, and remember, you get to do this. This is an amazing opportunity, so go get it.